look, this is what was Bank of America. Now this whole window just completely blown off, to say the least, and bricks, rubble. You could walk right in, really, just glass completely shattered. When we got here first, there was now it's been kind of sectioned off with some caution tape for people that have started making their rounds and really seeing all the damage that was done. Down tree lines and cars. We saw a car really being overturned back onto its wheels. It was completely upside down. So there are tow trucks out here. There's police, fire presence, just to really kind of assess the damage and start blocking off some areas for people who are driving by. Now, this is a hefty amount of damage, as it is going to take some time for all of this cleanup to happen, and it is underway even further back there in the Home Depot. There was just a bunch of grills being overturned, but people were still going in and out of the shops. Maybe some people who were still inside when that tornado first hit are now cleared to come back outside and go to their cars and see, hopefully, if their cars weren't damaged. But some people we've talked to don't know what to do at this point. They have broken windows, so they're trying to figure that out. At night, they probably didn't have plans, but now they do have to figure out what is next. And that's a little look of what we're dealing with so far here in Round Rock as the cleanup is underway. Back to you guys in the studio. Reporting in Round Rock, I'm Dominique Newland.
Well, Dominique, do you know if the people that were there, if they had gotten an alarm or just some sort of notification, something to let them know this was on the way, or did it just sort of hit as a complete surprise?
Now, some people, it varies. Some people we talked to knew that it was on the way. Others had no idea. We actually talked to one guy who was inside a restaurant. He said he was in the bathroom when it hit, and the only reason he knew a tornado was coming because everyone else was just rushing in with him to kind of gather for safety. So answers are kind of varying. Some people were alerted, others had no idea, and then were later surprised once they walked out or heard from others and then really saw the damage that had been done.
Dominique, we see a lot of people around there, a lot of tree limbs down. What about power lines? Is there any concern that there's danger in that area because of the damage left behind?
You know, power lines has to be a big concern. There's actually one behind us that completely broke in half, and that shows you how strong those winds were that could do that type of damage. But a lot of people are concerned. I'm sure even people they say who shop here are employees of business that are in this plaza. They're not going to have work tomorrow morning because their roofs are blown out here, or a lot of the windows are down. So a lot of concern for people is what we've gathered being in this area and talking to folks, and they're trying to just figure out what's next and what the best point of action now is to do.
So what are the other businesses like? I know there are restaurants in that area. You talked about the Home Depot. Are most of those businesses damaged?
They are. Every business we have seen so far, for the most part, is damaged. This Bank of America, the Chili's, a Home Depot, so if it's not for sure a whole lot of damage, a lot of people have been reporting there's some gas leaks, things coming from the roof, there's leaking with water. So a lot of the businesses in this area really have been hit hard and gone through the ringer, sort of say, because of this tornado.
Dominique, while we have you here, what are the people saying? We can see it seems to have grown over the last hour. What are people saying? I mean, are they just in shock?
Yeah. It has, I would say, the crowd here has tripled from when we first got here. It was somewhat of an empty parking lot, and now the parking lots have been full of people and bystanders just coming to see, and they just can't believe their eyes. Some people have never seen a tornado before. This is their first experience. Others have been through this, but still, like I've tweeted out before and I said on social media, it feels like it's a scene of a movie right now. It's just hard to believe with all the damage. Everywhere you walk, there's downed trees, there's broken glass. So it really is just mind-blowing in how hard these businesses were hit. And then just if you think to the extent of the cleanup that now has to be underway, this is not something that is going to be fixed overnight. This is going to take days, maybe even weeks, and then of course years for these businesses to be up and back and thriving again, and with all the money it takes. So the reaction from people, they're just shocked. They can't believe their eyes, and as you know, understandably so. Brian and Quita.
All right, our own Dominique Newland live in Round Rock for us.